A big city lawyer went duck hunting in rural North Cowra. He shot and dropped a bird, but it fell into a farmer's field on the other side of a fence. As the lawyer climbed over the fence, an elderly farmer drove up on his tractor and asked him what he was doing. The litigator responded, "I shot a duck and it fell in this field, and now I'm going to retrieve it." The old farmer Peter replied, "This is my property, and you are not coming over here." The indignant lawyer said, "I am one of the best trial lawyers in Australia, and if you don't let me get that duck, I'll sue you and take everything you own." The old farmer smiled and said, "Apparently, you don't know how we settle disputes in North Cowra. We settle small disagreements like this with the 3-kick rule." The lawyer asked, "What is the 3-kick rule?" The farmer replied, "Well, because the dispute occurs on my land, I get to go first. I kick you 3 times, and then you kick me 3 times, and so on, back and forth until someone gives up." The lawyer quickly thought about the proposed contest and decided that he could easily take the old codger. He agreed to abide by the local custom. The old farmer slowly climbed down from the tractor and walked up to the attorney. His first kick planted the toe of his heavy steel-toed work boot into the lawyer's groin and dropped him to his knees. His second kick to the midriff sent the lawyer's last meal gushing from his mouth. The lawyer was on all fours when the farmer's third kick to his rear end sent him face first into a fresh cow pie. Summoning every bit of his will and remaining strength, the lawyer very slowly managed to get to his feet. Wiping his face with the arm of his jacket, he said, "Okay, you old fart, now it's my turn." The old farmer smiled and said, "Nah, I give up. You can have the duck. A woman that was expecting twins starts going into labor a month early. She calls her husband, who is out of town on a work trip, to tell him that the babies are coming early. Honey, everything is going to be okay. I'll call my brother, Bubba. He can take you to the hospital and stay with you until I get there. I'm headed back now." The husband calls Bubba. "Sure thing, I can take her," says Bubba. After frantically changing his flight, checking out of his hotel, and making apologies to everyone whose meeting he has to cancel, the husband is on a flight home within a few hours. While in the air, he is unable to receive any updates, so he immediately calls when he lands. "She's doing great, but I reckon the kids will be out before you get here. I can't believe I'm gonna be an uncla." The husband makes a mad dash out of the airport, abandoning his luggage, and grabs a taxi to the hospital. He runs into the hospital, finds his wife's room, and goes in to find Bubba smiling and his wife fast asleep. "How did she do? What's going on? Where are my kids?" "Oh, well, she's plumb tuckered out after pushing them wee babes out. The nurses took the babes, a boy and a girl, to the NICU to check 'em out. They needed names for 'em, though, so I had to name 'em before they took 'em back." After a few moments of being dumbstruck, the husband finally asked, "Well, what did you name them?" "Well, I named the girl Denise." "Well, that's a not so bad," the husband thought. "Oh, okay, nice. What about the boy?" "Den a few.